Hello, welcome to episode 8 of Talk It with Brockett. I'm your host, Alana Brockett, and today we have member of Zeta, Kami Chadwick.
Hi.
So nice to have you, Kami.
Thank you for having me. I've never done anything like this, so this is like really cool.
Well, I hope you enjoy. I love having people on, and I was very interested to have you on, specifically because you're a member of Zeta, which is the other sorority on campus.
Yes.
So can you just talk about like what Zeta like stands for and kind of like what like kind of explain like about the sorority a little bit?
Yeah. So Zeta stands for Zeta Tau Alpha. We're one of like the largest sororities, I believe. I think like all over the world, but mainly in like North America.
Yeah.
We only have like 2 sororities on our campus, Zeta and then Theta Phi Alpha, which is what Alana is in. But yeah, Zeta, our philanthropy, we focus on breast cancer education and awareness, which is a really awesome philanthropy that we work with. And our colors are steel gray and turquoise blue. We're just like an awesome group of girls like that hang out and that like are all connected through like our shared sisterhood and philanthropy. It's an awesome group of girls. But that's like the main, main stuff about Zeta.
Yes. So the 2 sororities on campus, like she mentioned, Theta Phi and Zeta. Theta Phi is definitely a smaller sorority than Zeta. Theta Phi is really only like northern. Zeta, I feel like there's almost a Zeta at every single school.
Yeah, I like didn't know anything about sororities. I don't know about your like experience, but like when I came into college, my family, like I'm first generation as it is. So like, but my mom, nobody had talked to me about what sororities were. And like, I saw like YouTube videos and I just thought it was like something that like you could only do if like you had like a lot of money. I was like, like how am I supposed to ever join one of these? Like, what is this? And not even knowing where I was going to go to school, I was like, I don't even know if that's going to be a part of it. And then I did transfer to Merrimack and I was just like, I want to go through recruitment. And like the first thing I did, and I was like, didn't know anything about either organization at all. And like I found, we had Zeta and we had Theta Phi and it's like been awesome so far, but it's like, it's a bigger sorority that I found out. Like there's so many like chapters all over the country. It's just crazy. Like how many different people are in these organizations, like not just us, but like like we have sister, like whatever, like in other school. I'm like, how do you guys do the same things we do, like ritual wise? And I'm like, that's like so weird. It is so weird.
So crazy. I think with sororities in general, because what I didn't realize until I got to college is that like different schools have different sororities, but like the same sorority, you're like connected even at like sororities like different schools. Like, you're still connected to people. Like I'm connected to all the Theta Phi girls in the entire country.
Yeah, like
it's so crazy. It is so crazy.
Yeah, and there's so many like alumni chapters and stuff like that, and like people who, are way older now who like have no connection like to their like chapter from college, but who are like sisters forever, or like part. You know what I mean? So it's a really like interesting thing to like that I didn't really realize. Yeah, and especially like we're both graduating. I think I realize that more and more as I'm like getting closer to leaving. I'm like, wait, like I'm still like connected to these girls anyway. Yeah. Like I was like, yes, I'm leaving, but I feel still super like close with these people. And I think I'm glad I'm going to have that even when I leave. Cause that's like, I think one of the biggest things I'm sad about leaving behind.
Absolutely.
Like I didn't even expect that either. It's just like, I was like, no way. Like,
I joined a sorority kind of late in college, which is not really super typical, but I was in kind of a special situation, and I just kind of felt this longing. I was like, I just want to join a sorority.
No, I think what's so funny, I don't know if you even know this, and like this sounds very stalker of me, but I knew when you joined. I honestly, if I remember correctly, we may have joined you joined in spring.
Yes, I was spring.
I joined the spring of my junior year. So I'm literally a year, maybe been in it like a year officially.
Oh my God.
And I feel like you were
we're like the same.
I remember like, I'm into like, I like look on the web and I like look at all the stuff to do with like sororities, especially ours. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, like, I was like, oh, this girl, she's joining it as well. And we had like a class once. So I like kind of knew who you were.
No, I've known you.
And there's like other people. I was like, oh, like these are the girls who are joining like each organization. And like, I feel like we have very similar stories.
Yeah, we do.
I did go through like formal recruitment my sophomore year, and it just wasn't something I could financially do at the time, which is one of the things that like it can be harder about joining a sorority, no matter what school you go to. But I always wanted to make my way back, and I joined in spring. It was very different than fall.
Very different.
But I was just like trying to find like my time, and it was finally time like I could come back and make it work for me. And It was awesome.
So for our viewers who may not understand sorority terminology and recruitment, formal recruitment is in the fall. And this is pretty typical with sororities, but I do have a friend who goes to Iona and her spring recruitment is the formal one. So I don't know. But at Merrimack, with both sororities, formal recruitment is in the fall and it's 3 days. Is it the same with Zeta?
Yeah.
Right? 3 days?
Yeah, 3.
And it's a lot. It's a lot. It's 3 days of basically going into a room and meeting the girls. And each day is a different feeling. Like there's a philanthropy night. You know, there's, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then spring is very different. My recruitment was literally just like, it was one day. I walked into a room and it was so intimidating because it was like all these girls and these tables. And I'm like, oh my God.
We did, I think how it was like, we did some events, like we did like bracelet making and like,
yes.
So it was the kind of tied into their sisterhood events. I think that they're already doing, which was really cool. And it was really helpful, at least for me, because I already knew a lot of the girls from the last time. So I was like, okay, like I feel a little less like weird just showing up here by myself because I went through it alone this time. When I did the fall, me and my roommate did it together.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm just going in here on my own because like I want to do this. And I ended up knowing like a lot more of the girls than I thought, which was really awesome. And it was just kind of like, come do these events and, you know, you'll get your, like, we'll give you a bid if we want to give, you know, if you are offered a bid. And I remember actually for me, my bid day, unfortunately, like the 2 other girls who were supposed to join weren't able to join. So I was the only one joining at the time. Wow. And you know, bid day is like huge. They set up the whole room and the theme and like you get a gift and like all this stuff. And I was like the only one. And I was like, I'm just like this person, but I was like, I felt so bad. I was like, you guys don't have to do all of this for like, for just for me. I like, thank you guys so much. I was like, oh my God, like I'm like joining by myself. And I was like, this is crazy. Like I was alone, but I like loved my bid day. It was awesome, I think, because I was like everyone's just here to like welcome me in again. And it was really cool.
I was one of 4 in spring recruitments. It was very, not the same, but very similar with it was like a very small group.
Yes.
And really, all it was just all the girls were at the tables and I just kind of went from table to table and like they asked me questions. Nothing like hard hitting or like crazy. It was just kind of like really service level, like kind of would you fit in? And I had great interactions with everybody. You know, it was like very, it felt very good because I feel like you are trained like when you're actually in the sorority of like how to act in recruitment of like just very basic stuff, nothing secretive, just like very kind, you know. But I feel like it's an important reminder just for everybody to just be very kind always to new members. And it's kind of crazy because there's 3 phases of, you know, kind of being in a sorority. There's the new member, the collegiate, and the alumna. And it's crazy. It's crazy that we are now about to enter the final stage.
I can't say like it's again, I keep saying it's so crazy because all of like the firsts I've had like with being in Zeta have really happened like this year. Yeah. And I honestly like I wish I could have been in it longer.
Me too. I say that all the time, Kami. I say that all the time.
What? Like how it like I've only recruited like on the other end once. I've only you know what I mean? Like I've only done spring recruitment on the other side once. I've only really been to some of these events like once time. Yeah. And I'm like, there's no way.
There's just no way. Like I feel
I just met you all. I just met you.
Yeah, like I've just gotten into it. And like I unfortunately was never able to hold an exec position because like I just wasn't in the sorority for long enough. And it was so unfortunate. But that's something that I would have loved to do. And I'm thinking of like all these like what ifs of like,
literally. I want every little last thing. Like I was the type of person, I get everyone has different commitment levels and like what their schedule looks like. But for me, I think Zeta was one of my like top priorities right away. Yeah. And I wanted to go to every little sisterhood event. Like I was at chapter, and again, I didn't know my sisters that well yet, but I was there early. We have something called Open EC. So executive council, you can go for like the first hour of their meeting and like any general member can go and like see what it's like. And I was never going to be able to be on EC at one point because of how we do it. We do it different. We do it by calendar year versus school year. So I came in right too late, like in the spring. They just announced their new EC. I see. And so I showed up just because I wanted to do something. I just wanted to listen. I was like, I have no reason to be here. I just want to be here. Like I want to be at every little thing ever. Yeah. And like that's all I did. I was just like, tell me if there's an event, like please plan something, I'll be there. Yeah. Like, and now I'm like, there's no more events. Like there's no more things.
Of course, like I feel like things are like getting so exciting. Like I hear like my sorority like planning for recruitment and I'm like, oh God.
And I heard you guys are getting a house, which is awesome, or like a townhouse.
It's kind of crazy. We are getting housing.
Yes.
Kind of wild. Our president, Alyssa, from this past year, planned all of that for us, and it's been crazy. But yeah, one of the townhouses is going to be, I don't know what future plans are as of right now, but for now it's one townhouse, and it's going to be renovated by national office to like it's going to have like a little kitchen, very fun. But obviously I wasn't able to be a part of that.
No, right. I'm like and I just hear these like things they're doing for like recruitment this fall, and I'm like, okay, like
all right, like I'm gonna have such bad FOMO when September rolls around. I'm like it's like anticipatory grief.
No, literally, I'm like, I need to be a part of that, and like I don't care if it makes me like whatever they want to say, wash.
I know
any of these terms.
Whatever
I don't care.
They want to say, I don't care.
Say it because I don't care. I'm still going to like show up at every little thing. Obviously, I it's harder for me too. I live 3 hours away. So
I also live 3 hours away. Cami, we're so similar. What is it? We're the same, Cami.
I'm like I don't live near here. Like and for me, like I'm from Vermont. So but yeah, there's not a lot of like schools there, period. But one of the main schools is UVM. I live by UVM, and they're like the only school that has sororities, and they don't have a Zeta chapter there. So
really, that surprises me.
Yeah, and so for me, like when it comes to like joining an alumni chapter, like with Zeta, we have them like all over the country just based on like location, and we don't have one in Vermont, obviously, because there wasn't like a chapter already. So the closest one is like the one for my chapter here in Mass, and actually we're the only one in Mass at any Mass school. We're the only Zeta, which is also kind of interesting as well.
That is actually really, is it more of like a Southern sorority really?
I feel like from what I've noticed, the closest one, so our little like region, whatever you want to call it, it's us, Sacred Heart, and URI.
Okay.
So those are like our kind of like our like little region is that, and our like collegiate officer, like she handles us. She handles us and the two others, but we're the only ones in Massachusetts, which I think is also interesting too. That is
really interesting.
So the closest alumni chapter for me is the one that's connected to my chapter now.
Okay.
So it would be like 3 hours away from me to even go to events, but like I still am like planning on joining our alumni chapter. You guys have alumni chapters, right? Or something like that?
I think so. I know I just got an invitation, very sad, to join like the alumni, like, and I'm like, guys,
like, no, I'm okay.
Like, I'm okay. Like, I'll just stay where I am. But I was blessed to have a little and also a G little.
Yes.
Which has been so fun. So I'll say like, oh, I'll come back for like my G littles, like big little reveal.
No, literally.
Stuff like that. But it's definitely going to be really weird just like not being in anything, like not being the recruitment, like, and soon they're going to create the new group chat and I'm not going to be in it. Like, it's like, I'm grieving.
We use Slack. It's like some app or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how we do it. And I'm just like, eventually you're going to log me out. Like, you know what I mean? Eventually.
We use Flare, so like same thing.
Okay, I never heard of, I was like, what is this? Yeah, I'll be out of the Slack. I'll be like, I don't understand like how it's come to this. But I think for me, it's like you said, because we literally haven't been a part of it even that long. Like, to me,
it's crazy
that it's like I didn't get enough time. I didn't get enough time. And
I really feel the same way.
Yeah. Do you guys have, I know you guys have your executive board. Do you guys like we have a program council, which is kind of like a little bit underneath what like our executive council is. Do you guys have like other leadership positions, or is it just your main executive board?
We have other positions, like obviously there's like Panhal, which you can also be a part of, which oversees like both all Greek life. And then we also have standards board too.
Okay.
Which is like, standards board. Like, you kind of one person from each class kind of sits in on like meetings about the chapter. We have that. And we have co-chairs to positions too.
Okay. Yeah.
So like something like that, but there's not like a lot. And I know you guys do elections by semester, right?
Yeah. So we have a program council is like underneath our EC. It's like a group, same thing, you apply for it and everything. And those are kind of like different kinds of positions. Like we have like a social chair, things like that, like plan like our formal and plan things. And we have, kind of depends on like the year, like what kind of comes in and out. We have like a sunshine chair. So it's kind of like, it doesn't exactly mirror what EC, like the positions of EC, but it's similar. And those are in like the end of the year when we get our new pledge class in, so they have a chance to apply for it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's normally like something that a lot of our new members really do enjoy, and it's normally like a stepping stone to EC, which I didn't get to do either because of when I came in. So I was like, I was like dying to do like a leadership position, and I thought I would like never get the chance. And fortunately for me, a position opened up on our EC in the summer, and I like applied for it right away. I was like, jumping at the chance to do it. And I didn't end up getting that one, but they offered me something else because another position had opened up as well, which is not normal. But they needed to fill it and they offered. And I was like, no way. Like I didn't get to be on EC that long, but I was able to hold a position in like the craziest like chance of all time. Like that something would open up for someone like me who like
things happen over the summer, you know, you never know.
No, literally. And so I was like no way. So I was able to be on it for half of the year versus the full year. But I was like, that totally changed my experience too. I feel like that like amplified it so much. Being able to like experience a different side of it was really interesting.
Yeah. How our sorority kind of works is I was able to serve for the first semester on like, because sometimes we have positions that are like just a semester versus like executive board, which is the entire year. Like we only do elections in the spring. We just had ours like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so for the fall semester, I was able to be on like the risk board, which is really just like monitoring the new members and just like making sure like everything they post on social media is positive, just not any, and like everything like upholds our values. So I was able to do that. And then this semester I'm on standards board. So I was able to be like the senior representative on standards board. So like we do have like some, I just honestly wanted to do something.
Yes,
you know?
No, exactly.
Because, like I was like, I'm not going to be able to like be on exec, but like, because by the time I had joined, like I did apply for position and I didn't get it. And I completely understand because like I had just joined. I didn't really know how things worked.
Right.
And like if I were to apply for position now, like I would know everything about like what to do, like what comes to the position. It's so hard to just be like thrown into something and then like be like a leadership when like you don't even know.
Because you guys do it for school year, right? So like say you join in the spring, you like that would have been for that fall starting. Okay, and right.
So I was like in my head, I was like, these girls don't know me.
No, exactly.
You know? So it was very hard, and so I wasn't at all expecting to get that. But I was very happy that both semesters I was able to contribute something in a way. Like I'm very thankful that I was able to kind of have leadership in like that way.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Like that. Yeah, I think ours is like more formal in the sense of like we've always had a program council, and I like was trying to do anything. I was like, if I could have gotten that or something, but it's like really awesome like how many opportunities there are to like be a part of something a little bit higher above like just being a general member, which I know works for a lot of people, and like that's just what they can contribute. But I was like trying to do anything like with my time. I was like, if anything opens up, like please let me know. And I think that's one of my not craziest, but one of my most like valuable leadership experiences I think I've ever gotten. Yeah. I think it's like totally different than like any. And I'm like involved in other clubs and I've been in other leadership. And I think that is like truly was like such a unique experience being like on an executive like council for a sorority. I like never like knew what that would look like. It was very like interesting. But no, it like I like commend everyone who does like who is a part of leadership. Work. It's so like dedicated. Like you have to be very on top of it.
You do.
But it was like a really cool experience at the time. Like when I did it was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. A few months ago, I posted a video on TikTok just like talking about like sorority life a little bit, and it went viral. I got so much attention.
I think I saw it. Like I genuinely think I saw it. Like I see your stuff and I'm like, oh my God.
And so many of the comments were unfortunately overwhelmingly negative about sorority culture. And so I thought maybe we could debunk some really common misconceptions that I heard. And the biggest one that I hear all the time, not just in my video, but everywhere, is that sororities are stupid because you have to pay for friends. And I could not tell you how untrue that is and just how ridiculous that is. No. I mean, it's crazy.
I want to say something, Eve, like that might be like kind of funny and like I mean this in a joking way, but like I would pay for these friends.
I would pay so much for these friends.
I don't, like now that you say, I would, all these people that I've met, and it's like the weirdest thing because again, I'm in other clubs, I'm in other things, and I've been a part of like, I did cheerleading, like I've been a part of even sports teams, and nothing has ever like amounted to what like this experience has been for me in the way of connections and like true friendships. Yeah. And for even me, like who I said we both joined a little later, like these people I genuinely like I've only been friends with for like a year. Like, and I feel like I've been friends with them forever. Yeah. And I will genuinely be friends with them for like years and years to come. Yeah. And that's like something I don't find like anywhere. No. Or I haven't, for me personally, I think I haven't gotten that in any other experience I've been a part of. Yeah. And like, that's just so, like.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy to say. And I feel like somebody who says that just has no idea how Greek life works. No. You know? And just no understanding because you pay money. It's called dues. It's a monthly payment. And it is literally so that everybody contributes money so that you can do things.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know, like, and I didn't know what this meant and, like, what dues meant or, like, what the money goes towards. And we're very open and honest about it because you're paying for something, like, fully out of pocket.
Yeah.
But what dues basically are, we don't have money from the school. I don't know if other schools have this, but no, like, our school doesn't give us funding from our, like, actual school or SGA or anything like that. We don't get a budget in that sense. So our budget is literally from us. And every event we host, everything we do contributes to, like, everything we do. We pay for it ourselves. Like, you're paying for your events. You're paying for, like, us to have formal and, like, the ticket prices to be lower. Like, all those kinds of things. Like, we are the reason that we get to do all this stuff. So in the end, for me, I think it really balances out and, like, it makes sense. But at first I was like, what is that money going to?
Right.
But like, we literally pay for all of our own stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's what it is.
Yeah.
That is literally quite literally what it is. And I think that people who say that really don't understand. And I do understand that sometimes sororities get a bad rep. And I think that really mainly has to do with the stereotypes that exist in the South.
Yes.
And in the South, sororities are much bigger than they are. We go to Merrimack.
Yes.
It's a smaller school in general. And so the sororities are going to be smaller. We also only have 2 frats too.
Yeah. There's just 4 like everything. Greek organizations, period. Yeah. We have, what's the word? A intercultural sorority as well, but they haven't had active members this past like 2 years.
Yeah.
So we have had one more organization, but they are not like an IFC recognized. Right. So it's like different. Yeah. So technically, at least right now, we have only had 4 organizations like on campus, and it's only ever been like, this is the most we've probably ever had. Like, we don't.
Oh yeah.
There hasn't been a time where there was like more and like some left. Like there's only really been 4. So there's like 2 and 2. Yeah. And that's as big as it is when it comes to where we go to school. Yeah,
we can't speak for the future. In the future, maybe we'll have more.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Frats. I think as, housing expands, I think Zeta is definitely going to get housing. And soon, I'm sure, that will, I'm sure, be in the future. But it's a smaller school. And I think that a lot of the stereotypes that, sorority girls are mean and they're nasty and they're very blonde.
Oh, they're all like one way. Like they're all the same. And I'm like, and again, that is like, I do understand that because that's stuff that I saw. Like that was pushed in my face, like when I was younger, like on YouTube and all that stuff. And I was like, wow, like I don't look like that. Like, what are these girls about? Right. Like, how do you like join something like this? Like, I would never be accepted. I would never be like able to be a part of this because I'm not like that. And it's so different. And I don't think I would have ever known that because that's not what they put out there for you to know about Greek life, because it's not like the overall majority. Yeah, people feed on negativity. And I feel like they're not going to talk about like the super positive parts about it because it just has such a bad reputation. And so I feel like what I want to do, and I think what, we're trying to do on campus is to really break that and kind of show that, like, we are about friendship, we're about loyalty, we're about making connections and having, friendships that will last for life. And I think for some people it's not for them, and I think that's totally okay. No, absolutely.
I think it's totally, if you had a bad experience and you don't like sororities, I think that's okay, but I think don't project that onto every single sorority in the world. No, especially like where we go to school too. Like, again, if your idea is mainly from what you've seen through like the South or through like TikTok or Bama Rush or whatever it is, and you like go to Merrimack and you're like, oh, like what is that? Like Theta Phi's like that or Zeta's like that. I would feel like, don't take what you've seen from something totally separate than where we go to school and like put that right on at first. Like, if you don't like it, that's totally fine. But I just like, it's so different here that like, and again, we are so different as a sorority. Like, I don't feel like I connect very much to like even like Zetas down south, like in the sense of like how they are, because I'm like, wow, I'm a part of something that feels so different from that. Right. And I think that's also why I did join at Merrimack specifically, because I think for me, I don't think I would have if I went to a bigger school in this, like bigger school. I really don't think I would have joined. Right. And I think Merrimack like made the chapter, like the way the chapters are here, made me feel like this is what I want to be a part of. Right. Because of what we have. Right. And I think, I think the best way to combat all this negativity is just to learn about sororities, and because not everybody's gonna be the same. Like, not everybody's gonna have the same experience. Like, my experience in Theta Phi has been overwhelmingly positive. Yes. I'm sure yours has been in Zeta. And I think it's just so important to learn and to surround yourself with people who have actually experienced it and not take all of the BS that you see on the internet. Because like, I understand, I get it, in the South, it's a totally different world than like us. And like, we do not have the same expectations and like values that they'll have in the South. Like, it truly is a different world. And like, Theta Phi specifically doesn't even exist in the South as far as I know, so it's like, definitely different sororities are different and will do things differently, but I have had an amazing experience, and I would never speak badly on sororities because like I feel like it has given me so much. And I had a really tough time kind of making friends my freshman and sophomore year. It was just really hard for me. And I felt alone and so sad. Yeah. And so I wanted to join Theta Phi because I just really wanted like a genuine group, and I wanted to make genuine connections. And I found that. So like I don't feel like any negative way about sororities. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because, like I found my best friends, you know? Yeah.
And I even like, again, like we're involved in other things as well. Like I, not to say that like I don't have great connections in those things as well, but I, you know, have tried like different things, and I've tried being involved in different things. I was like, you know, I did like sports and like grew up doing things like that. Like, and that was another world too. But again, like I can just never speak enough about how Zeta has brought me something that like I never found in other things. And people find that like, you know, through athletics or through like other things they're a part of. But for me, like for whatever reason, when I walked in, like these people became so close friends of mine and like gave me like something and like connections and friendships that have like are so strong that I just haven't found in other things I've been a part of in the same way. And I think that's like what keeps people like staying, like that's what keeps people coming, is because that like that outer like look of like these are really like a group of girls who care for each other. And I'm not, again, like I don't think you're close to every single person in your chapter. I'm not either. But I still consider all of them my friends.
Yeah,
like
it's a general, seriously. Like I said this in my podcast with Ava, like I love the sorority so much because obviously there's friend groups within the sorority, like there's always friend groups, but when we're together, it's very genuine. You know, it's very like we all like each other, we can all be around each other, you know? And I think that's really important, is we all understand like Theta Phi's values, as I'm sure you understand, you know, Zeta's values, and really connect with people on that. And I think the difference between like other organizations on campus and Greek life is that Greek life is definitely like a bigger commitment, and you're like definitely with these people like a lot more. With clubs, like sometimes you just meet like once a month sometimes, you know, and like sororities are like you're meeting at minimum every single Sunday or Monday for chapter, you know, like you have sisterhood events and you have philanthropy events, like there's always something going on, something that you're creating and planning, and it's so fun when you do things, and it's like it's just really fun. Like, it is so fun.
There's always something to be a part of. And I think that's one thing too, is I just wanted to immerse myself like into everything that like we had going on. And there's not a lot of other like things on campus or just in general to be a part of that have so many like events and so many things that we do consistently like sororities do. And I think that really helped me like get out more. That really also helped me like get closer to some of these people. We're not in similar majors at all. I'm friends with girls who I helped recruit in the fall. Like they're freshmen. Like I'm like, where would I have seen you? Like, where would we have met? Like, or we have people who are in sports clubs or people who are in band. I was like, I'm not in band. I've never played an instrument, but like, wow, me and you like are connected through this one similar thing. And I feel comfortable like talking to you, and like you are someone I consider to be a friend of mine. And that like never goes away. Like through life, I feel like, and that's something that I was like looking for. Like even in like through high school and like into college, I was like, I need to find a place for me. And a place where I can be myself. And I don't know, I walk into our chapter room, we're a little bit goofy. I will say like, that's one of the biggest things about these girls. Sometimes I'm like, nobody should hear us talk in here because we're just like weird. And like, but I can't be that way with like any other place. In that way. And I feel like you just can't like put a price on that. Personally, I don't like, that's one of the main reasons that I'll always be like grateful for joining a sorority.
And that's why I always get so mad. People say, oh, you're paying for friends. I'm not technically paying for friends.
No, we all join, we all pay. Like we all pay so I can go to so we can go and do these amazing events that we put on and like create these experiences that we want to like create to all experience together.
I pay to go to college, but they don't say that about going to college.
No, like they don't. And like, what does it matter? You know, I joined a sorority at the college that I pay for. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And good night. Like, thank you. But no, when I saw your video, I was like, I love when people just like talk about things that like, not a lot of people talk about.
Right.
And because it was something like so close, I was like, oh my God, like.
Yeah, that video blew up. I was not expecting.
No, that's so cool.
I would have put on makeup if I knew that video was gonna blow up.
Like literally, like what? Like that's so awesome.
Yeah, it was
It's
crazy.
so cool. I love the way you post on social media. It like reminds me of like myself. I'm like, oh my God, someone's like talking about
we have
like
a lot of similarities, Kami.
Yes.
We really do.
No, and I was like, I love watching your videos and your stuff.
Thank
No,
you.
it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But there was just so many negative comments about it. People are like, sorority girls are always mean. And I'm like, no, they are not. You're just listening to harmful stereotypes on the internet. Like, not every single person in sorority is going to be mean. There's mean people everywhere.
No, I was going to say, like, we're not saying that, like, Zeta is perfect or, like nobody's chapter has never had a bad moment or had, like, things go down. Like, that's just how it is with a group of people, period. And also a group of girls, yes. Like, hello.
Yes. Like,
yeah, we have never not had a, like, something, you know, like, some kind of, like, argument or debacle or whatever you want to call it. But that's just not the overall experience that, like, we create or cultivate.
It's harmful to generalize.
Yeah. And again, like, I've been a part of, like, other things that, you know, you always have, like, conflicts or whatever in anything you're a part of. And just because it's a group of girls who, like, come together and, like, pay money for something, it's like, oh, wow, you guys are just, like, rude to each other. Like, rude.
I think we hate each other.
No, but I'm like, okay, I would not pay money.
I would not
to do that.
Money. I would not be in this if I hated all these girls.
That's what I would not pay money for.
Seriously.
Right. Like, I'm okay with paying money for people I like. I would not pay money for a place that I didn't feel respected or, like, cared for. Yeah. And that's not how I felt joining Zeta, so.
And also, if you are in a sorority and you're like, oh, I really don't like this isn't for me, you also are able to drop.
Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You're not, like, stuck in it forever. Like, yes, your name is on a roster, a national roster, but, like, you can get it taken.
No, like, literally.
Like, fine.
That's so funny. Yeah. I saw you guys had your Founders Day the other day.
Yes.
And you got your stole. And I also saw your TikTok of that too, which I am making my own version shortly. No.
Please do. It was emotional and definitely very interesting because it's like, oh my God, like,
what?
I have the stole now. Like, it's real.
I like have never wanted to like look at I was like saw all the girls get them and I was like, this is so beautiful. Like, I loved it. Like, I like, that's so pretty. Like, I can't wait to have one day. And for me, it like crept up so quickly.
Yes.
Because I'm just like having a great time, like time of my life in this organization and like everything we do, we are so jam-packed and busy with like our schedules with what like we have to do for our organizations and like events. And I just forgot like, oh, like this is like coming up. It's coming up. Yeah. And then we got them on Sunday at our parents' brunch. And I was like, this is like the big like, like, I don't know. I was like, oh my God, this is like the big thing that we get. Like, this is crazy that like I finally have this. And like, that's like, I don't know, a big like signifier for me. Like, this is real. And it was like, oh my God.
It was definitely a little bit daunting because I'm like, oh, this is the end of being active in this chapter.
Oh yeah, like I
just got here, guys. Like,
that is what I again like this my whole message that I would put out to like literally anybody who is like watching this or thinking about anything to do with Greek life. At least like take your time to look into it.
Yes,
research it. Like, I don't know, you know, no matter where you go to school, like again, Southern schools or big schools with sororities are great for a lot of people. Like, that's like something
if that's you, do it.
But like look into it. Like, don't like stop yourself from being curious about it, because I've never heard like a bad experience, at least from people that I've talked to. Yeah. In the sense of like, it all brings us like, I hear so many similar things. Yeah. And I feel like no matter what, if you like invest your time into it, it genuinely gives back to you. Yeah. And I feel like anyone who's thinking about it, just see what it's about.
At least go to recruitment.
Like, you know? Just see. Go to info night.
At least
FSL info night. If you have that. I work for FSL. I'll vouch for fraternity and sorority life. Please go. Learn everything you can. Like, seriously.
So important.
Yeah.
Well, Kami, this has been amazing having you on and chatting about sororities. I've loved having you on, and I'm just so happy we were able to do this.
Thank you so much for having me. This was really cool.